So, Aufnahme läuft auch. Und wir sind jetzt wo? Genau, Moment. Das war das Data Center, nicht wahr? Ja, Data Center. Wir hatten bei der verkohlten Leiche haben wir so einen Schlüssel gefunden, der hier gepasst hat. Gucken wir uns jetzt mal hier oben, beziehungsweise das machen wir dann mal. Vielleicht einfach mal von links nach rechts mit den Leuten reden und dann alles untersuchen.
What's your problem?
Hurry up and find something for Master. I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here, man. Ach genau, es wurde ja gesagt, warum hauen wir jetzt nicht einfach ab? Und dann meinte Byaku, ja, nee. Jetzt gucken wir mal uns hier richtig um ein bisschen rauszufinden. Abhauen können wir immer noch. Geez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Flickering as fast as they are. Wahrscheinlich jetzt die korrekte Betonung gewesen. Why was the mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind. Ich heute ein bisschen komisch klinge. Ich bin wieder total von der Allergie kaputt gemacht worden. Habe auch schon Halsschmerzen und was nicht alles. Ich hoffe, ich werde jetzt nicht schon wieder dadurch krank. Doch geht's mir gut. Das ist nur die Kamera. Da. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this. Oh. Look at my master girl. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly member? Let's just ignore her. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop aRdW was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. Oh, what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And aRdW. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. Lass die Tür hier mal für den Schluss. Guck erstmal, was hier noch ist. There's nothing showing up on this one. Hey look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses, man. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning, Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
Oh, you all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic, and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it, man. I mean, I get the reference, but what is he talking about? Schätze das.
Okay.
Hey, you still don't have the TV
You
fixed?
know?
Just give me some time, okay? I gotta make sure we can drive spaceship out safely. I think I know what you're trying to say, but I also think I have no idea. Okay. I'm ready to it. This door is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you used the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. Lass Hiro in Ruhe den Fernseher kaputt machen. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina is right. The mastermind is gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there, man. I think I got the TV working. Really? All we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world.
What the heck?
And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time, man. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh? Huh? This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird. Super weird.
But
this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna, man. So, how is it showing the camera feed?
Well...
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Hiro went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
What the heck? Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually,
I'm not sure, man, but...
Huh?
No, why, you freaking bastards! Monokuma? Oh, you're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid. What? Hey, you're acting kind of strange, man. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. Na, wer hat gedacht, er kommt nicht mehr wieder. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see the moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Now, why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing!
Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going.
let me out of here!
No, we're supposed to get out of here, man. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life, no matter what you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Oh, I pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey.
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
Oh, I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well, then I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. The TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
But what does that mean?
What the heck?
Display the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
Oh, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills,
This killing game is
kills.
being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme.
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh,
The camera feed is being broadcast. No way, that's impossible. And I told Makoto all about my secrets.
Phew.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey.
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience to show them true despair like they've never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way that they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes,
But
indeed.
then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be!
But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. So how could things have come this far? Well, it's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
There's the little prisoner.
A body has been discovered.
Yeah.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh? Class trial? Again? I mean... Das macht jetzt aber nicht. Seine Stimme bringt mich heute sowieso schon um. Ah.
It's the Monokuma file.
I'll leave the next Monokuma fight right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a
I
night.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Tja. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment, man? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part is obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. Oh shit. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusawa was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind Mukuro Ikusawa isn't dead. So naturally, that body cannot belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's. Kyoko has been murdered? No, it's not possible, because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet!
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Oh, du hast Monokumas Rückkehr verpasst, war voll gut.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Oder nimm doch deinen Laptop einfach mit ins Bad. Kann nicht viel passieren, ne? Am besten machst du nebenbei auch noch einen Toast. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. The end. Das wäre doch jetzt super. Oh ne. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Monokuma file number 5 has been added. Okay. Oh, Entschuldigung. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Gut, fangen wir an. Oh, das ist ja nur die Kamera, ne? No matter when, no matter where, surveillance camera always every move. Okay, fangen wir an mit Yakuya-chan. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
Oh, shit. Okay, gut los. I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Oh, scheiße. Wisst ihr noch? Alle waren zusammen, bis auf Makoto. Also, Makoto war nicht dabei. Alle anderen haben doch Monokuma die ganze Nacht auseinandergenommen. Ist natürlich jetzt nicht gerade verwunderlich, dass alle denken, Makoto war's. Well, I was sick. Was nach einer tollen Ausrede klingt. So I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Oh, nothing. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Und dann war das auch noch das Messer, das sie uns gegeben haben, ne? 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
For serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Ich glaube, es war kurz nach 9, weil Byakuya irgendwie sowas meinte. Ja, genau. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When the body was found, okay. Dann geht's weiter mit dem Messer. There's a knife lying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Oh, there's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails, okay. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing. But it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like this before. Oh, not me. Okay. The other half of the body got set on fire in an explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. And that's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Or is there? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left. Wouldn't exactly call that little piece, but okay. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that. Right? Versucht die ganze Zeit den Chun Malu da im Chat zu ignorieren. Ja, ich meine, das war jetzt alles, ne? 1, 2, 3, 4. Komm. Geht's weiter mit... Hier noch. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but... Nein, ich meine, ich sehe das die ganze Zeit da unten rechts in meinem Chatfenster und muss mir irgendwelche Kommentare verkneifen, womit ich jetzt ja gerade versagt habe. I feel like I've seen something like this before, but where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Where? Copy flies or something. The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. So, Toko, how do you like remembering the scene where you were thrown through the air by an explosion? So how does that... Who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked? No, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Yakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any. Also dafür, dass so viel Blut auf dem Dings war, da ist ein wenig Blut drumherum gesehen, meine.
Okay.
Well, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Moment mal. Okay. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5, man. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then, man. What are we gonna do, man? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If either single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Ja, nicht China. Ist denn daneben? This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place... Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Okay, ansonsten haben wir nichts. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions, and I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Oh, hallo Dave. Monokuma ist wieder aufgetaucht. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, weswegen jetzt gerade argumentiert wird, dass das dann nicht der Mastermind, sondern Kyoko sein muss, der da verbrannt und getötet wurde. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I cannot allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to her room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Yakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Ich nehme an, Sie meinen das, die Turnhalle. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something, man. What is it? It's... Huh? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden seem to be from this bomb. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Yakuya. Kann ich nicht direkt von hier springen? So, kann ich. You think you can go soon, Yakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me. Yakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Well then, here we go. Yakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then click, and it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Oh. So this is Kyoko's room. I don't know. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Yakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that is my go-to. Dojo? Aus dem Restaurant wo in Japan? Das war doch auch da. So, kann ich jetzt nicht teleportieren? Was soll denn das?
Such ignorance.
So. Achso, ich sollte mich erstmal noch weiter umgucken. Okay, was denn das Bett? Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Auf dem Bad. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. Okay, was soll ich denn noch?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed to no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete? Now I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something.
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something
Interesting.
has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all that was in there. I didn't do it. Genau. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Well, I wonder, huh? It's so hard to... But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? Bye. I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh!